The Fargo Five. We are moving into Fargo Fun. We have the Bishop, Nicholas himself. I'm forever going to refer to Santa Claus as the Bishop from now on. That is amazing. Hello, Santa.
Hello.
So this is Fargo Fun segment where we talk about fun things to do in the area and nearby. So why don't you tell us what you've got coming up in the immediate vicinity, the next couple of weeks here?
Well, this last weekend was my busiest weekend ever, and unfortunately, yesterday was my last public appearance in Fargo. Now, the next 2 weekends, I promised people in Grand Forks that Mrs. Claus and I, hopefully she'll be able to keep up with the schedule, we'll be at the Santa Village up there in Grand Forks with the Park District. We have been fortunate enough to have them invite us there every year for the last 20 plus years and thoroughly enjoy it. And there are some children there that we've taken pictures with when they were infant, and they are now young adults.
So they've got a picture with you from every year. And that's not hard to, so that's up in Grand Forks. That's just like an hour north of here.
Yeah.
That's not hard. And where exactly is that going to be in Grand Forks?
They found a building to have it in this year. Used to be what's called the Ski and Bike Shop, and it's on South Washington. 1711, I believe, is the address. And we'll be there Saturday, Sunday, the next 2 weekends from noon to 5.
Noon to 5. And so is it like a farmer's market going on there, or what's it's just for you?
The woman there that runs it, I mean, she's just amazing. She spends the entire month of November putting up Christmas trees, and there's easily 50 plus trees.
Wow.
And just amazing the work she does.
Yeah. Okay. And so she's going to have all those trees out there.
Yep.
And
I'm not sure what all she has planned.
Yeah.
It's each year. It's kind of a free for all. It's fun. There's usually crafts and things like that. I have a good friend who will be up there. His name is James. He'll be doing a Christmas magic show each day, starting at noon.
Okay.
And I've seen it. They are so fun, and the children get really wrapped up in it.
Magic is a lot of fun. I always always wanted to get better at it. I had never can quite get it. I could make two cards do this. I could make them so it switch from one to the other. Where the other folds back behind. That was like my one trick. Can't do it anymore. I tried the other day.
I've been accused of doing a lot of magic. Some I just can't claim.
So when we come to see you in Grand Forks,
yes.
So there's like a whole line of people. How long is the wait typically?
Well,
just to
this
sit?
first weekend is usually pretty easy. There aren't a lot of people there, so there shouldn't be a long line. But the last 2 days, we will easily see 2,000, 25,000, 2,500 people each day.
And what's that like so everybody comes and sits on your lap, right?
Well, not everybody sits on my knee.
Okay.
Gratefully, there's some young adults that like to do that. And Mrs. Claus is always there with a disapproving look. She likes to make sure that I keep on the straight and narrow. And I love just meeting and hearing all of these dreams and wishes.
That's beautiful. All right. I want to also touch on, while we have the segment, because Christmas, come on, Christmas Day is your whole thing, right? Where you're going out and giving the presents. Yep. I think most people think of themselves on Christmas, and they think of their experience of being with their family and opening gifts and having the meal and trying to stay up to catch you. And then in the morning, those socks have the gold coins in them and all the whatnot. What's the experience like for you on Christmas Day? Like, what do you... So we discussed earlier, and I thought this was interesting, that Santa is a Catholic. I didn't realize that. Or was it
I wasn't. I was raised by people who observe Christianity.
Oh, okay.
I don't claim any one religion as my own, or that I'm a part of, except...
And I didn't mean to go onto the third rail here.
No, that's okay. I've been claimed by, and I've been steered towards being of a certain persuasion from one country or another.
Absolutely.
I prefer to be considered a person of the world.
Okay.
Somebody that is here for everybody.
An international figure.
Well, and no matter what country you travel to,
Yes.
there is always a gift giver.
Yeah.
And in its purest form, that's what this is all about. Giving.
Well, and so what I was going to ask is whether you attend service or not.
Well,
Is that part of your? That's my Christmas Day tradition, and we're not even particularly religious. My wife is Japanese. They're, as I'm sure you know, you're an international figure. They're not Christians over there, right? And so,
That's right.
but I bring my oldest daughter and. Probably not this year, but next year, my middle child, I'll bring to Catholic Mass in the morning. I had experience with Catholicism raising up. That's why when you mentioned, I was like, oh, hey, that's interesting, because I'd never known that all those years.
Well, that you think of the Christmas mythology, and although it's loosely regarded and thought of, but Buddha, Jesus Christ, and so many other religious leaders were thought of as being a Santa type person because of their ability to give.
Yeah.
And every country, no matter which one you go to, has their own gift giver as well as their own religious beliefs.
Yeah.
And I guess I have no feelings about any one, just like I don't have feelings about any one country. I have my own area where I reside.
Sure.
I travel a lot, and in those areas where I travel, I have places where I'm able to stay. They have arranged in these places for me to get transportation as needed. And believe it or not, the reindeer and the sleigh don't take me everywhere. It doesn't work real well during the rest of the year. And that's when people would consider the magic happens is on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And that, as you asked earlier, what's it like for me? In one word, it's a blur.
Yeah.
It goes really fast.
It has to.
It's a major undertaking, and it ends fairly quickly for me.
And I suppose you'd be excused from attending any kind of events as you're busy working the whole day.
Pretty much, yeah. Of course, when I get home, I collapse, and it isn't long before the CEO, the boss, she tells me, okay, it's time to get up and start working again. Like most households, the missus is in charge. And she is really good at supporting what I do, making sure everybody does their job in the workshop. The reindeer are all taken care of. Scheduling is set up. And I prefer to just think of myself as the pretty face of the operation.
Well, you definitely have a recognizable face, and I think you're very pretty.
Thank you.
That is all the time for compliments we have. We are going to move into a break, and when we come back, we'll have Fargo Fresh, so don't go. No. No way.